Today, we're exploring the heartbreaking history of Badfinger and the passing of Joey Molland, the last surviving member of the band's classic lineup. Badfinger's journey began in the early 1960s in Wales, originally performing under the name The Ivies. Their big break came when they signed with the Beatles' Apple Records, making them one of the first bands to be endorsed by the Fab Four. It was Paul McCartney who handed them their first major hit, Come and Get It, from their 1970 album Magic Christian Music. With their distinct blend of melodic rock, harmonies, and powerful songwriting, Badfinger quickly gained momentum. The addition of Joey Molland in 1969 marked a turning point. Their 1970 album No Dice featured No Matter What, a song that solidified their place in rock history. By 1971, their straight-up album, produced by George Harrison and Todd Rundgren, delivered even bigger hits, Day After Day and Baby Blue. But as their success grew, trouble was brewing behind the scenes. Despite their hits, Badfinger faced financial mismanagement at the hands of their manager, Stan Polly. Signed under what seemed to be a lucrative deal, the band members soon realized that their earnings were vanishing. Where was the money? By the mid-70s, tensions escalated. Polly's handling of the band's finances left members financially and emotionally drained. It was a devastating betrayal that led to tragic consequences. The loss of Pete Ham and Tom Evans, a band torn apart. On April 24, 1975, Pete Ham, the band's creative driving force, took his own life at just 27 years old. He left behind a heartbreaking note blaming Stan Polly for his despair. Years later, Tom Evans, overwhelmed by the same financial and emotional burdens, died in a similar manner in November 1983 at just 36. His passing marked the second major loss for Badfinger, cementing their story as one of the most heart-wrenching tragedies in rock history. Even after Badfinger's tragic downfall, Joey Molland remained dedicated to music, proving his resilience as an artist. Unlike his bandmates, who were deeply affected by financial and personal struggles, Molland continued to perform, record, and collaborate with some of rock's biggest legends. Molland first left Badfinger in 1974, shortly before the band's struggles became overwhelming. During this time, he focused on side projects and session work. But despite the turmoil within the group, his deep connection to Badfinger's legacy never truly faded. In 1979, Molland and Tom Evans attempted to revive Badfinger under a new label. They recorded 2 albums, Airwaves 1979, a comeback attempt that featured a more polished sound, with the song Love Is Gonna Come at Last receiving moderate radio play. Say No More 1981, a follow-up album that continued their effort to re-establish the band, but it failed commercially due to a lack of promotion. Unfortunately, after Tom Evans' passing in 1983, the possibility of a true Badfinger reunion was gone forever. Despite the tragedies, Molland refused to let Badfinger's music fade into obscurity. He embarked on a solo career, releasing several albums that showcased his songwriting and signature melodic rock style. After the Pearl 1983, his first solo album, blending rock and pop elements, showing that he was still a talented songwriter beyond his Badfinger roots. The Pilgrim 1992, a deeper, more introspective album reflecting on his life experiences, filled with personal and emotional themes. This Way Up 2001, a return to a more classic, rock-inspired sound, receiving critical praise for its craftsmanship. Return to Memphis 2013, a bluesy, soulful album inspired by his time recording in Memphis, Tennessee, where he explored different genres. His solo work, though never reaching the commercial success of Badfinger's peak, earned him a loyal following and respect in the rock world. Throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, Joey Molland became the ambassador of Badfinger's legacy. He continued to tour under different variations of Badfinger's name, often performing alongside various rock veterans. He regularly played at classic rock festivals, ensuring that Badfinger's music remained relevant to old fans and new generations alike. He frequently toured as Joey Molland's Badfinger, delivering performances of their greatest hits with session musicians. Molland also made appearances on television specials and classic rock retrospectives, always advocating for Badfinger's place in music history. Joey Molland's talent extended beyond Badfinger. He contributed to several legendary projects, including heavy checkmark George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, 1970. Molland played rhythm guitar on Harrison's landmark triple album, which included hits like My Sweet Lord and What Is Life. John Lennon's Imagine, 1971. He contributed guitar work to Lennon's iconic album, particularly on the song Jealous Guy. The concert for Bangladesh, 1971. Molland performed alongside George Harrison, Bob Dylan, and Eric Clapton at the historic charity concert, which set the standard for future benefit shows. He also worked with various artists across different genres, proving his versatility and longevity in the industry. Even in his later years, Molland never stopped performing. His passion for music kept him going, and he remained active in the rock scene well into his 70s. He toured regularly, performing both Badfinger classics and his solo material. In 2019, he participated in a special 50th anniversary tour for the Beatles' Abbey Road, celebrating the band that gave Badfinger their start. He frequently engaged with fans online and at live events, sharing memories of Pete Ham, Tom Evans, and Mike Gibbons. Molland's commitment to keeping Badfinger's music alive earned him deep respect from fellow musicians and fans. In November 2023, Molland's longtime partner Mary Joyce revealed that he was struggling with a severe bacterial infection related to diabetes. Despite his health issues, he remained hopeful and continued to stay connected to music. Sadly, Joey Molland passed away at the age of 77, marking the final chapter in Badfinger's story. But his contributions will never be forgotten. He was more than just the last surviving member of Badfinger. He was a musician who persevered through tragedy, kept the music alive, and inspired countless rock fans worldwide. Joey Molland's dedication to music, resilience in the face of loss, and contributions to rock history ensure that Badfinger's music will never be forgotten. Even though the original members are now gone, their songs remain timeless, influencing generations of musicians and fans. Now, it's up to us to keep their legacy alive. Badfinger's story is one of the most tragic yet unforgettable in rock history. Their music will never fade, and neither will their impact. What are your favorite Badfinger songs? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you love rock history, music legends, and untold stories, make sure to subscribe to Rockspire for more deep dives into the world of rock and roll. God bless.